How's it going, everyone? I am back. I haven't done a sit-down video like this in quite some time. The last few videos I did were the keyboard meetup videos. If you haven't seen those, go ahead and check those out. Those are always fun to shoot, and they take forever to edit because I'm not that great of an editor. I'm not that great of a anything. I think my videos. Someone told me my lighting in the videos look terrible. Probably, I don't know. But without going too far off track, today's video is going to be all about aluminum keycaps, specifically in this case the Aluvias that had shipped out, I want to say a couple months ago, a month or so ago, over a month ago, I know that much. And I have it on my Balsa Supply X Find Hidden Midway 60. Shout out Balsa Supply, shout out Find Hidden. If you haven't got this board, then you missed out. That's all I'm gonna say. Overall, I really like the Aluvias. If you're looking for something different to spice up your board, this is it. But there is one key thing that kind of is a deal breaker, or could be a deal breaker for a lot of people out there, which I'll get to in a minute. But the unboxing of this keycap set was it was something different. It's not every day that you get a keycap set shipped to you in a metal case. It was very nice, but I do imagine that contributed to the price, which was fairly high. This is retail. This is not, resale aftermarket. This is what it costed via the group buy. I paid $420 for this keycap set, which all things considered, again, wasn't too bad. I do not regret my purchase. I bought two of them. I have one brand new, and then the one I have on my board. I took off my sweater. I was kind of getting warm. But getting back into it, the legends on the keycaps themselves, crisp, absolutely crisp. I could not be any happier with how they turned out. That was something I was really worried about initially going into the group buy, was how were the legends going to turn out? I was really curious just about that, and actually they turned out amazing. 10 out of 10. So if you're worried about that, then don't be. Obviously I have multiple sets, and I've seen another set at a meetup, which I will talk about later, which is going to be my last point. And honestly, all of the legends, perfect. Another question I have gotten is, can you see the machine marks on the keycaps? Because this is all CNC'd aluminum. Can you see the essentially the machine marks, the milling marks on the side? And honestly, you can. Yes, you can, but it's very, very hard to see unless you're looking at it from a specific angle or a very close distance. Here, if I'm just looking at it, I can't see them. I really can't, especially on the colored keycaps, the black and this. Is this pink? What would you call this color? Like kind of rose gold. You can't see the milling marks at all. If I get really, really close, even at this angle, it's hard to see, but they are there for the silver caps. So keep that in mind if you're a stickler about the CNC machine marks. They are there, very hard to see, in my opinion. If you get up real close and look at it from a specific angle, you can see traces of the machine marks, but for the most part, they're not going to be visible at any distance further than like this. That's what it's further than this. You're not going to be able to see it. Initially, after not typing on it for maybe an hour or so, if you leave it in a cold room, a cold area, first few seconds of typing, it's going to be slightly cold to the touch, but after a second or so, it's not going to be cold anymore. That's So I thought I'd add that in. Someone asked me about that, and I thought that was very interesting, so definitely wanted to mention that. When I am typing, there is, if I get real close and I listen in carefully, there is a slight metallic ting to it on the release. On the press down, nothing, but on the release, I'll hear like a little ting if I'm like really close, but at a normal typing distance away, I don't really hear it. And that's really, it only happens sometimes, but it's so quiet that I would almost say it's not a thing. It's more noticeable in the type test that I did. If you haven't seen the type test, go to the channel. I don't want to have to add a link or anything. I'm lazy. I got cold, so I got cold again. I keep changing my mind on whether or not I want to wear this fleece. Moving on to my last point. What is it that I really don't like about the Aluvia keycap set? It's gonna be the fitment of the caps. I've had a really hard time putting and taking some of these keycaps off, specifically the this enter the hi enter, that's just staying on there. I almost cannot get that off. It is that bad without I mean, I can get it off, but I don't want to risk damaging the PCB or scratching the case with you know, the metal wire keycap hole or whatever it is. Yeah, it's like really glued on there. The cross section where the stem goes into is so tight that I just have decided I'm gonna keep this keycap set on here. It's its permanent home. Some of the other keys, or not the keys, some of the other caps are also fairly tight, but that was the one that I really noticed the most and the one I had the biggest issue with. And I think that is something that they really need to work on with the metal keycaps, is the fitment onto the switches. And I actually had someone at a meetup tell me the reverse. So I know it wasn't just this set that had issues. I didn't try out my other set that I have brand new. It's gonna just stay, you know, unmounted. But luckily, yeah, I saw someone at a meetup. They had the Aluvias on a board, and he said that he had to put plastic in the space bar, like a plastic saran wrap. I hope I'm remembering this correctly, but he said he put plastic saran wrap in the space bar, the little stem cross section there, to make it fit because it was too loose. So very interesting. That is definitely something they need to work on. Not really sure how they would solve that. Obviously, QC for all these, you know, keycaps would be very difficult and timely. But definitely something, if someone's in the field of making keycaps out of metal, keep that in mind. Fitment is important. But I do hope this this little video, this review overview of the Aluvias does help inform you on your choice on whether or not you may buy the set, or any aluminum keycap set for that matter, because I'm sure they're all going to have similar issues, especially with the fitment, because that was yeah, that part sucks. That really does suck. If you like to swap your keycaps out very often, maybe this set isn't for you. If you're someone who you know, is going to let it sit there and forget about it, there we go. You're probably not going to have too much of an issue. You're probably not going to have too much of an issue with it. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. I haven't done one like this in quite some time. More content on the horizon. I've got some good ideas cooking in my brain here. I'm waiting until they're fully processed. I don't know what I just said, but yeah, hope you all enjoyed the video. As always, take it easy. Peace out.